Good evening, cats and kittens. It is Wednesday, March 5th, 2014. Stardate, blah, 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 Captain's log. I thought I would have a nice little chat over dinner with you guys. Bratwurst. Anyway, I got the works on it too. Went all out. Cheese, mustard, relish. It's going to get messy. But back to the topic on hand, which is rather messy in itself. I see a lot of people talking about and posting on Facebook about capital punishment and things like that. For example, I see pictures of, every day I see pictures of nooses and guillotines, saying that's how we should handle child molesters and rapists. And I see little photos up on Facebook talking about why test on animals when we have murderers, rapists, and child molesters in prison. This is a good bratwurst. Hell of a lot better than that idea. Tasty. So here's where the idea starts to run into problems. And I'm not calling any of you stupid. I'm just calling you stupid. That's all. So here's the rundown. We have a flawed prison system where innocent people go to jail for shit all the time. Little shit mostly. The pot charges here, recording the police there, on your cell phone, failing a breathalyzer test when you didn't really fail the breathalyzer test. Little things like that all the time. And people go to jail for crimes they didn't commit for big things too, like murder. It happens quite often. Not a huge percentage, but still more often than it should happen. And the fact that it happens at all tells us that if we have the death penalty for something, even the most heinous of crimes, people that mass murder people, repeat rapists, people that molest entire school buses full of children, even if we limit our death penalty to only those kind of people, we're still going to kill innocent people. And right now, in that little head of yours, those gears are turning, and you're starting to exhibit something called individual optimism, which is a psychological trait, which is a good trait for the most part, but it does interfere with our risk versus reward way. The individual optimism is when you think something isn't going to happen to you. You know it's going to happen to somebody, but not to you. Not to you, not to your kids. You know that not everybody goes to college, but you're sure your son is. You know that motorcyclists suffer more severe accidents than other automobile drivers. But you're not going to be that 1 in 10. You're not going to, and it's the same with the lottery too. Your odds are 1 in a zillion of winning, but one day you're going to get it. One day. So let's brush your individual optimism aside and face the cold, hard facts. If you have the death penalty, innocent people can die. Innocent people will die. You could be that innocent person. Is it worth it? If it's still worth it, take it a step further. Your daughter could be that innocent person. Your son, your mom could be that innocent person. Let's say the odds are 1 in a million. There's what? 6 million, 8 million people in the United States. So 8 innocent people are going to be put to death. So who are those 8? You know your odds are 1 in a million. Are you going to be that 1 in a million? Is your son? Is your daughter? So that's extremely flawed in itself right there. You know innocent people are going to die. You know it. As a matter of fact, you are complacent in it. And now you're trying to justify it. The little gears in your head are turning now that you've come to accept it. And you're thinking, well, what's the alternative? I mean, we just leave them behind bars and pay for them with our tax money. Now you're just putting a price on your daughter's life, on your life, on your mom's life, on those 8 innocent people's lives. I'm telling you, that's some good stuff. So, now that we've made it this far, and you've gone from individual optimism, oh, it's not going to happen to me, I'm not going to be the one that's going to be, I'm not going to be the innocent guy that's going to be put in jail and put to death. Now we've moved past that, and we've moved past the justification. Well, what's the alternative? Put him in prison and pay for it with my tax money. You're just putting a price on human life, and hopefully you're a better person than that. And clearly you aren't, because you're thinking that. Now that we've moved past all of those, we have a bit more acceptance, and you're most likely still clinging to the idea and justifying it. Well, that's okay that we kill those 8 innocent people because we killed 4 dozen child molesters, 4 dozen murderers, 4 dozen repeat rapists, whatever. And to you people that say, well, that's okay that we killed those 8 innocent people because we also killed a bunch of bad guys, you should be one of those 8. Honestly, you should. If that's the way you feel, that's the way you feel about it. You should be that. Your daughter, your mom, your son, your brother, you. Those should be those 8 people. Because you're a dick. I mean, I'm not trying to be an asshole or anything, but quite honestly, you're playing Russian roulette with my life. I mean, that's the way it comes down to, right? 1 in a million odds. So there's a million chambers. One's got a bullet in it. And you're just going around shooting at people on the street. And when that gun goes off, that could be me. It could be my mom. Could be my brother, my sister. Could be my daughter. Could be my niece and nephew. And I'm not okay with that. To be quite honest. I mean, when it comes down to it, the alternative is just putting them in jail and letting them spend their life in prison in solitary confinement or whatever else, and paying for it with our tax money. And I'm okay with that. I would much rather send them to jail for life in solitary confinement, never let them see the light of day and pay for it all, than have 1 in a million odds that my daughter is going to get put to death for some crime she didn't commit. And that's what it boils down to. If A, you have a crime of some kind, which the penalty is death, and B, you have a flawed prison system where people are put to jail for crimes they did not commit, then C, people will be put in jail for crimes they did not commit and put to death for those crimes. It's not rocket science, people. I mean, you don't have to be terribly bright to figure it out. Like I said, I'm not calling any of you stupid. I'm just calling you stupid. Because clearly you haven't used that little brain in your head to figure any of this out yet. I mean, it sounds like a good idea when it's just a simple thought, you know. We should kill all murderers. Well, cool. We should kill all... Who could disagree with that? We should kill all murderers. But it's a little more complicated than that. And as I've said before, those simple little answers that you cling to are severely flawed. Severely flawed and dangerous to you, your family, me, my family. And I'm not okay with your simple little ideas endangering me and my family. I'm not saying, oh, well, you know, we shouldn't kill people because it's wrong. No, I'm saying we shouldn't kill people because I could be one of those fucking people. You could be one of those fucking people. And if you haven't figured that out, I don't know what the fuck you're doing in there. I'm glad the cash register automatically calculates how much change to give me if you were one of those people. Because otherwise you would be fucking my order up. At any rate, I'm going to get off my soapbox here and finish eating my dinner. I hope you enjoy yours and try not to kill any innocent people today.